Waking and worrying at 3 am is very understandable and very human, but in my opinion, not a great habit to get into. But what's behind this collective wee hours waking? If you regularly find yourself starting at the ceiling at 3 or 4 am, you are in good company. It's a phenomenon reported by around 1 in 3 of us, and probably more since the pandemic started. That's because, according to sleep experts, these early ruminations are related to stress, though not quite directly. Being stressed doesn't make us wake up more in the night, but it does make us more aware of it happening. We actually wake up many times each night, and light sleep is more common in the second half of the night. When sleep is going well for us, we are simply unaware of these awakenings. But add a bit of stress and there is a good chance that waking will become a fully self-aware state. And stress isn't the only factor that can jolt us awake at 3 am. Erratic schedules, doom scrolling, even a lack of fresh air can muddy our sleep hygiene enough to wake us up in the night. Wake up at the same time every day and don't get in bed until you feel sleepy. You will notice that if you are waking up at the same time every day, that will start to become your regular time, and try to keep up with exercise and get bright light exposure in the mornings. Make sure you have social time too. We need our brains to understand the only opportunity to sleep will be the usual night time. So, we know some reasons why we wake up in the night, but why does it seem to happen so specifically at 3 or 4 am? Well, consider the following. Most of us typically nod off between 11 pm and midnight and wake up between 7 and 8 in the morning. What times sit slap bang in the middle of those intervals? Our sleep is made up of two types of sleep. Non-rapid eye movement sleep, which is where our brain is quieter and slows down. Rapid eye movement sleep, where the brain is more active and we are more inclined to dream. During the night, we alternately experience rapid eye movement sleep and non-rapid eye movement sleep. Each stage of sleep varies in how easily we can be awakened. One likely explanation for waking up at the same time each night is that you go to sleep at the same time, and then at the same time each night you reach a light stage of sleep and wake up. You might think of the body's sleep cycles as being just a repeating pattern, but in fact, we spend different length of time in each stage as the night goes on. Crucially, as the morning gets ever closer, the amount of time we spend in rapid eye movement sleep increases, meaning we are spending more and more time in a comparatively light and dream-filled slumber. Maybe it's possible that some of this reflects waking from anxiety dreams. Luckily, this means that there's a fairly simple fix, that is, to keep a to-do list. Keeping a notepad by the bedside and writing out everything on your to-do list, as well as any other worries or stressors circulating in your mind, has been shown to help. Spending 5 minutes before bed compiling a list of future tasks made a significant difference in how quickly study participants fell asleep, and the same principle should apply to nighttime waking too. When people wake up during the night, the thing that comes to mind that may worry them is usually quite predictable. That is, something that has been happening the previous day or something that's coming up the next day. The practice of a to-do list could therefore assist the brain to process things without waking you up. If that doesn't work, though, it may be time to see a specialist, especially if the problem has been bothering you for more than a couple of months. After 3 months, any kind of sleep problem can become habitual, like a pattern for your brain. At that point, no amount of getting rid of the original trigger is going to get rid of the problem. You may get rid of the stress, for example, but the sleep issue can remain.